So, ranked matchup. Couldn't take this one for granted tonight. Your guys sure played like it, especially in those early innings. What were some of your takeaways early from this game?
Yeah, I mean, just came out ready to go. It's a long bus ride here, and against a really good team. I mean, that's going to be a really high seed in the NCAA tournament. It's a good team. It's a good win. I thought we came out of the gates ready to go. That's what was impressive. It was good to see Braun run that ball out of here. And then just Cade had a whale of a night. I mean, Cade was unbelievable. So, all in all, just relentless offense. They went to Volansky, who kind of gave us fits a little bit at our place. And he's good, but we were able to execute enough to go out there and keep tacking runs on. I think that's what's big. You score 7 in the first 2, but we kept kind of adding runs, which is a big piece of this thing. We didn't let them hang around, and did just a good job on the mound, too. I thought our pitchers threw the ball well. Anytime they set up innings, they were able to keep them off the scoreboard. So, really good game all around.
Any word on Justin after he left the game in that fourth inning?
I think he's going to be good. It was more precautionary than anything. When he came out, the game kind of got out of hand, and so we're like, it's a little risky to get him back. He seems fine. Like, it kind of snapped his neck back. It was more the helmet kind of hit the back of his neck and was a little bit, at first he was a little sore, and so once we kind of evaluated him and he was cleared to kind of get back going, the game was out of hand, and that's a good game for John to get out there and go, because you never know what's going to happen in the postseason. You might need John ready, and those are invaluable reps on the road for him. So just decided to kind of, out of abundance of precaution, keep Braun on the side and let John finish it.
They stranded 13 batters. Just how big was it just have your pitching come through in those moments?
Yeah, just executed pitches in big spots, because there's some really good hitters over there, man. Like, some really good hitters. And I thought, it was kind of that bend don't break. We'd give up a hit here or a base runner here. But the big piece, I thought we got the leadoff guy out a lot tonight. And so it's always you're a pitch away at that point. You get the leadoff guy out and they single, you're a ground ball away from getting out of the inning. I thought a huge turning point in that game was we had the error at short where we don't turn the double play, and Finn gets the next 2 guys out. Like, didn't blink, and that's just a vet, getting out there in that spot. So, thought we made pitches when we needed to and kept a really dangerous lineup at bay.
And they've been held under 3 runs just 4 times all year. You've been responsible for 2 of them. Especially tonight, just how big was the defense as a whole?
Yeah, I thought some really good plays. Obviously John goes in the game and first ball's backhand, to his right, just tough play. He executes at stat with a huge play over there when they're trying to get a little momentum going. Makes a big time play to get an out. So I thought that was elite stuff right there. That's what you got to do, especially this time of year. Man, I love scoring. I love hitting. Hitting's my baby. But man, like, at the end of the day, this pitching and defense is what's going to keep us playing deep into June. So seeing us execute pitching in big spots, play good defense behind him was huge.
Garrett Staten does what he does. You sitting in the dugout just thinking, man, I wish I had this guy in the lineup all year?
No doubt. And it's just makes what he's doing more impressive, because a lot of times, like, you kind of get a little confidence early in the year, against some of those early opponents, and your numbers kind of get a little gaudy, and so you're feeling, and baseball's so mental, that stuff matters. And he missed all of that. I mean, had an unbelievable first week and then missed all that, and is thrust right in the middle of SEC play. And the thing that's just been impressive is it just seems like every night, like, you can get him in an at-bat. You'll see him, he'll punch, you'll get him on a slider, he'll miss it, but you're not getting him again. Like, and it seems like every night he's just running out and giving us 2 or 3 really tough at-bats and big hits, and the timing of them is what's so huge. Like, a lot of 2-out hits, man. He's been really good with 2 outs, and that's just the vet, man. And I'm just happy for him, because I was really obviously bummed for our team, but he worked so hard and was so excited and playing so well early. When you miss 4 weeks, like, sometimes it's hard to work yourself back in the lineup, and he was patient, got his opportunities to make the most of it.
10 runs is good on any day, but 8 of the runs were batted in by 2 different guys. I mean, they were all over the place. I mean, what Cade has been, he kind of did a little bit of what he's done all year. Already mentioned Garrett. Just, how big is it to have those 2? You mentioned that they're veterans. Those are, experienced guys in this stretch run of the season.
Well, I think it's so important for college players to look at what Cade Snell's doing right now. I get that juniors have a chance to sign in the draft, and sometimes the finances make sense for them to go do it, but Cade could have signed if he wanted to, but opted to come back to school for his last year. And he's leading the SEC in hitting and hitting in the middle of a team that's got a chance to potentially play at home in the postseason. And these are things I think you could tell him, man, he could be sitting in some low-A park somewhere wasting away, or he could be in the middle of this thing at the Joe this weekend, and I think he'd take this 100 times out of 100. So really happy for him, and, man, he's as good as it gets right now.
You mentioned it is a possibility that the NCAA tournament comes here. What would you tell other teams coming into this building after you've played here twice?
As far as this park here, yeah, I mean, it's just the crowd's great. Like, it's a fun place to play. Like, it's a neat park. It's got some charm to it. You know, it's like a unique right field. But yeah, man, Skyler's just such a good coach, man. What he's done with Troy in the short time is nothing short of impressive, and that's a really good team. And when you can stack their arms up, their weekend arms will give guys fits. I know we're right down the road from them, but this is not a team that I'd love to see in the postseason because they're tough, they're dangerous, and they're just a really well-coached team.
You've had guys hit balls over that monster 2 years in a row now. What was the reaction like on the bench when that ball cleared it?
You know, I knew he got it good, and it's not very far. I mean, it's 310 to right, so it's not a deep park at all, but you got to get some air underneath it. I thought Cage was going to be a double off the wall off the bat, but it just kind of kept going. Bronze was the one I was a little more nervous about. He seemed very confident that thing was going over the fence, and I was not quite as confident, so I'm glad that thing got out of here. But it's good. It's a fun place to play. Again, like, I think the state of baseball in our state is really strong, and that's great for everybody around here, so it's a lot of fun.
Here we go. I'm all set, yeah.
Cool.